All right, next project for today is, I guess some folks would call it a chicken tractor. We're going to call it a chicken shelter. Tractor, in our mind anyway, is a bit more of an actual pen for them to go into. This is just the shade for them to get under. We want to build one for the baby chicks that we've got growing, our broilers. We've got 200 of them, and we'd like to put them on grass. Now they're getting big enough that they got to get out of their little box that Wes built and into a field. Well, we'll put the poultry netting up so they can go ahead and eat grass. But we do need some kind of shelter for them to get under for the sun, rain, whatever, just to get out of the elements. So we're starting with these two bicycle tires. Wesley has salvaged those off a bunch of old bikes we had in Saskatchewan. He peeled them all off of there, and he wanted to keep them for exactly this. And so I just pulled two of them out. I have changed the axle that's on them. Normally, you got that one with them? Normally the bar, you can kind of see that here, normally it would stick out evenly on both sides. So I have shortened it so there's nothing sticking on this side and all of it sticks out the other side. That way I can hopefully use it as an axle. I'm going to connect it. I'll put a piece of wood over top of here and put the nut back on so that I have one wheel. And I did that to both. I couldn't get these gears off. That would have been my preference, but it doesn't really matter. They can stay on. And I managed to get this one to stick out here as well. So that's what we're going to do now. We'll get a piece of wood ready for that to begin our axle. I'll probably build it into a bit of an axle box, and then we'll frame over top of that. We're aiming for a 10 by 10 square, and then we'll stretch some plastic over top of that, and that should give them lots of shade to get underneath. Put some handles on it or something. The whole idea with the tires is to make it easy to move around. Right now, the box that Wes built, we are also moving around in the grass, and you quite often run over chickens. Like, not badly, but they get stuck underneath as we're sliding the box. Not very good for the chicken. So we would like to make something a little bit more critter friendly and easy for us to move around. That thing is incredibly heavy. Having wheels on something makes it a lot easier. So we will put wheels on that one eventually too. But yeah, it won't be used again probably till next year now that we move them out of that into something bigger.
You don't think we need these for a bike then?
Nope.
Why not use?
Alright, so we need a way to get this stuck to our frame. So this is our first little axle stub. Put it at the top like that. And then we'll put this one on this one. This one was long enough. It should work. I can get a nut on there, right? So. Find a hammer. Got any of them floating around?
Yeah.
Up your head there. No, next one I think. That one I think.
Yep. We're making it right here?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's actually nice and shady right here, right? Well, I don't know if there's enough room though. We'll go on this side. Right? We'll go right here.
Yeah, that's
Look at this. This screw's not gonna work. See that? The factory forgot to put thread on that one. Ah. Can't stick that in. You can keep that as a souvenir. Until we're done, we'll throw it. Alright. Need one more screw, bud. You want to run and grab that from the box?
They're in the box in the port?
No, right here. It's behind me. Good. I like it. You're a bear? That's scary. Okay, so I finished it off with some silage plastic on the top. It's fairly thick gauge. It works good for covering silage pits. Same stuff actually that we use for the garden, except that I threw the white side up to reflect the sun so it doesn't get as hot underneath and stay cooler. Obviously, if I threw the black on the top, like one side's black, one side's white. So if you throw the black on the top, it is going to be cooking down there, which is why we put the black up in the garden for excess heat. So I threw a handle on there for myself. The children can easily enough just grab a hold of the bottom run here, but I found that too far down for me, kind of uncomfortable. So I threw a handle on it. 2 wheels, simple structure, 10 by 10s, 100 square feet, lots of room for birds to hide under. We'll probably end up building a few more of these. Not sure yet exactly, I guess, but we hope to run more chickens next year. We also are planning on running all of our birds outside, ducks and chickens included. So I may do something like this for the ducks. I don't know. For the chickens, the layer hens, we were planning on making an actual chicken coop on wheels, and we'll be building that probably this year yet too. We'll see how that goes. So I should have thrown a seat on there, hon. You could have yanked me around the yard. How's it work? Nice and light? The roll's easy. So some repurposed wheels and 6 2x4s, 7 2x4s. Oh, plus the axle wheels, I guess. So yeah, 8 2x4s. It's fairly cheap. So that's her. What a beautiful day. It is hot. Not much breeze today. Sunny, nice, good growing weather. I think it'll be great for the garden here behind us. We got to carry it on yet. Got to do some more rototilling, but they did finish off everything that was ready to go yesterday. Got it planted. More beets and beans. Right now, actually, Anissa and Cora are in the carrot garden weeding. The easy way, or what we have found to be the easy way. Is it working? Maybe. Anyway, what we've started doing is torching the weeds rather than picking them. Before the carrots come up, torch it. We would usually use a tiger torch, but we're not exactly sure where it is right now, so we're using these little torches. They both got one. Anyway, you torch off the weeds, they can't come back. You kill the plant, burn it so that photosynthesis stops, then that kills the roots as well. So if you just cut the top off, the roots are still alive and it'll continue to grow. Whereas if you can burn them, then that ends the whole process, and that plant is then done for. So there's lots of little weeds coming up here. It would be way faster with a tiger torch. I might just spend a little bit more time looking for that. But they're working with these little torches, which is great for in between the rows once the plants do come up. It works really, really slick. So that's what they're up to. So here's a green plant. That's grass growing and grass growing. All right, so there's that green plant. You can see it just withered and faded away. Little green plant, it's gone. So that whole process of photosynthesis stops, which then kills the roots and everything. And that's the end of the plant. There's another one here, Cora. Gone. That plant is no more. That doesn't mean that other seeds in here aren't going to come up, but you can keep doing this so long as the carrots or whatever you've got in the garden haven't started to grow yet. You got free game everywhere. After that, of course, you're going to kill the carrots too, so you got to be very careful where you're flame weeding. There's another one here, kid. Gone. The other thing garden needs is water. So since we have no well here, this is our pressurized water system. Not sure how far that is off the ground. Probably the bottom of the tank would be 10 feet-ish off the ground, maybe. And hosing down the plants. Well, not the plants, just the seeds. Keep the soil moist. With this heat, they should germinate pretty quick. We probably don't want to do too much on the live plants. I think that burns them, but on the seeds it'd be good. Always something to do. So we did have one viewer ask privately about this plastic and how you water underneath that, because obviously it makes an effective shield to keep the water from getting in the ground. In short, we find actually the soil doesn't dry out nearly as fast underneath the plastic. Basically you lose a lot of your water, probably most of your water, through evaporation from the sun. So if you're out in the desert, I've seen this done one time where if you're short on water, obviously there's not much water in the desert, and you get yourself into a pinch, you can dig a hole, put a cup in the bottom of the hole, take some saran wrap, because everybody of course carries that in their back pocket, put that over top of the hole, weight it down on the outside edges so it doesn't fall in, and then drop a pebble in the middle so that your plastic is going to be kind of bowed like this. And the condensation, sun activity, pulls the water out of the ground, and it'll form on the bottom of the cellophane and then drip off the bottom and fill your cup full of water. And so same principle here. There's a lot of moisture there. It can't go away into the sky. It's going to stay there. We actually got a nice rain just before we put this plastic on, so that'll help as well. It stays under there. And then through the holes, I mean, the way the leaves are designed on a plant, they do absorb water that way as well, but the water will also run down the stem of the plant and down to the roots. So we have not found watering to be an issue. Actually, we find it keeps the soil from drying out. So very big benefit. All the other ones still need water though, and that's what she's working on here now. Working our way across the garden. Have to keep moving the watering device. I guess we could put a longer hose on it. But eventually, if we could find our sprinkler, it would be handy. We can just hook the sprinkler up to it and let it run for a while. But this works in a pinch. Hey folks, just want to take a couple of minutes to say if you like our content, you like the information we're sharing, and you find it to be informative and helpful, we would love it if you'd share with more people, and we can grow this channel and get more subscribers. We enjoy doing it, and we enjoy seeing the channel grow. So yeah, if you like what we're doing here and you like our vision for where we're going with this in our plans and such, we'd love it if you'd share these videos on whatever platform you can, and continue to grow this channel with us. Well, thank you very much for your support.